Hello everybody, this is BScout100 and welcome back to some more Miles Edgeworth Turnabout Investigations to Prosecutor's Path, the Inherited Turnabout. In the previous episode, we had come to the conclusion that there was a lot more between these two cases than we realized, and also realized and got a recap, the final recap on Gregory's case. In this episode, we're going to continue investigating and hopefully dragging information out of the two people. So, let us continue. Even though the frame rate and everything has dropped dramatically for some reason. Now. Oh wait, we need to talk to this person. Oops. I'm just trying to increase the frame rate. Hold on. Sorry. Whatever. This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago. I agree. The melted ice in the Winter Palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago. I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing all this time. The only family Mr. Dover had was a young son. His son, and Mr. Gustavia's son, who attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing. What? And so they haven't been found yet? I haven't heard any news about Mr. Gustavia's son being found. But as for Mr. Dover's son, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. And because of that, Mr. Dover never had a proper funeral. That way, they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. The autopsy report had also been forged, so nobody but the defense ever found out. Von Karma, you would go that far? Apparently, this lift trolley was here 18 years ago. Yes, it has allowed me. Forget this. It has allowed me to move various things from one room into another. It was intended to carry heavy objects, but it has been quite useful for all sorts of things. I'm curious as to why the top of the lift trolley was wet when we examined it. That lift trolley. I wonder if it was used to move something that made it wet. How exactly did you prepare the... Okay. I don't have evidence yet? Did I not finish examining this? Okay, we're done. We're done with that. What else? What else can we examine? We can examine the fountain. Ah. It appears the body has already been recovered by the police. Why was the body of the victim from 18 years ago found floating in the fountain? I mean, wouldn't the body have gone all goopy after 18 years? I don't know if I would call it goopy. It certainly would have required a special method to preserve the body. Yeah, I wonder if such a method even exists. Hey, Mr. Forensic Guy, any new information? Yes! Normalium and Fertalium have been detected in the fountain water. They must have flowed through the stream from the Arden Palace to the fountain. Aside from the chemicals, we also found high levels of sugar. We're working hard on investigating it. Sugar in the fountain water. What could have caused that? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The teapot. We didn't present the teapot to her. That would be important, right? God damn it. I don't know. Oh, god damn it. Then maybe Larry. Damn it. What else? What else is there? What am I missing? Investigate it. What? Do I have to investigate the sculptures here? There's statues of a couple in room. Oh god, it's the same one again. There's a fir tree in front of this door. But that door leads to the Autumn Palace. Fir trees are winter trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring. Well then why don't we paint it autumn red? Okay, fir trees are green all year round. I knew that. Oh, god damn it, that's not what I wanted to examine. There's a maple tree in front of this door. But that door leads to the Winter Palace. Maple trees are autumn trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring. Well then, how about we freeze it to make it look like a maple tree in the winter? Please don't complicate matters any further. It looks like this elevator is used for authorized personnel only. What do you think? What do you think is on the second floor? I heard it's the infirmary. Mr. Gustavius should be there right now, receiving medical treatment. I sure hope he's okay. We still need to talk with him once he regains consciousness. There's nothing we can do until he recovers. For now, we should find something else to do. Prosecutor, the best ordered me not to let you investigate anything but this room. I absolutely cannot let you pass through any further than this. I'm sorry. I won't, since I can't pass through anyway. You're standing in front of a wall. No, after all, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth. If you really wanted to, this wall wouldn't stop you. Wow, you're even more fierce than I thought, Mr. Edgeworth. Just what kind of human do these people think I am? On the oh, God. Okay, so we didn't investigate the sunflowers. Can we investigate the sunflowers? There's a vase of sunflowers in front of this door. Probably because it's the summer palace. You know, speaking of summer, it's bonus season. Fat wallet's stuffed with cash, which means it's also thieving season. As a great thief, don't you think pickpocketing is a little beneath you? I guess so. Okay, there must be something in the inventory. Hold on a minute. I didn't see that before, but there's a stain here. This smell in this color. Don't tell me this is a puddle of tea. Huh? There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle. I wonder what broke. I think I recognize the design. I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. Ah, so this is what we use to draw information out of Larry. I wonder how many of you were yelling at me. There's something on the floor! There's something on the... Look down, you dumb... Anyway. Larry, take a look at this. What's that? Larry, I've got a feeling that what you're hiding is related to the tea and this pottery shard. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I can always hand this shard over to Judge Courtney. Wait, I'm trying to keep a clean image for Justy. I just don't want her to see how I've dirtied myself. Well, I can't imagine what part of you can be considered clean, but if you don't want her to declare you guilty, I suggest that you speak truthfully now. I got it, I'll tell you. Larry, it's time you confess to what you've done. How can you be so cruel to your best friend? The same way you can be so dishonest to your best friend. Well, you can stop glaring at me. I promise to tell the truth this time for sure. I just thought I'd pour Justy some tea, but my hand kind of slipped a bit and it broke. I accidentally broke the crazy expensive teapot. The butt strikes again. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy. You've really done it this time, Larice. What should I do, Edgy? Katie will hate me. Crying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hall. Groveling works too. Is that so? My teapot was... Katie, I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll draw as many portraits of you as you like. Please kindly raise your head, Monsieur. It is I who should apologize. I didn't notice the broken shards. It's dangerous, so I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take this piece from you as well. Wasn't this tea set one of Isaac Dover's works? I heard that it was very important to you. Yes, but there's no use crying over spilled tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots left. Is she not as attached to Dover's works as she used to be? Katie, you're so kind. Oh, that other teapot you were talking about, is it the one on that card? Yes. Truth is, when I was trying to hide the broken shards, I looked under that card, and I found that a teapot that looked exactly the same, so I switched them. Really? Yeah, everything's cool now. I took great care to make sure that no one would break that pot. You... Don't brag about that when you were the one who broke it in the first place. I'm sorry. I don't mind. Thank you for your consideration. Gee, Katie's a really nice lady, isn't she? You reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her. Okay, when I make it big as an artist, I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome you as my own personal model. I think it'd be better if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. I haven't! I just stood around sketching beauties. Sketching beauties? If you're interested, I can let you take a peek. I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties. It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of his strange paintings. How dare you! I'm really confident in my work this time. Oh, I want to see too. Oh, well, I'm glad you're so honest about it, Kay. I'll get it ready, so come out and check it later. I guess I'll have him show it to me later. Not yet, because I want to take care of this first. Different tea aroma, pots were switched. Which means she lied. Or, well, actually, she didn't know, but still. Maybe the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different was because the pots had been switched. Really? The taste of tea itself did not actually change after all. Let's go ask Miss Hall about it in more detail. Miss Hall, was the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different because the pots were switched? Yes, that's certainly possible. It had a fresh minty aroma, not unlike that of uva tea. Ah, I remember now. I prepared some mint tea yesterday. I'm sure that the aroma happened to remain in that teapot. Is that really all there is to it? A minty aroma was emanating from those pots Larry had replaced. Miss Hall said the aroma was left over from the mint tea she prepared yesterday. Indeed. She seems less surprised to find out that Larry broke the teapot, and more surprised by the fact that the pots had been switched. That's right. Normally it would have been the reverse. A broken teapot is much more shocking. She probably was trying to hide this teapot. Hide the pot? One of the characteristics of Normalium is a minty aroma. There is a possibility that she was hiding Normalium inside this teapot. What? Inside the pot? It's only a possibility for now, but it's one worth investigating. Mr. DeBest, I assume you haven't found the Normalium yet? Huh? Oh. I've had the entire art museum searched, but I haven't received any reports yet. And what about you? Don't you have any ideas? Only one. I knew it. Nobody but me would be able to find it. Wait, what? You have an idea where it is? Indeed. Then tell me. May have been in this teapot that Miss Hall had used. Oh, this teapot is pretty nice. It would make the perfect present for the best prosecutor. It's not a present! It's an important piece of evidence. Oh, it's just evidence. Then I guess I'll have forensics take a look at it. Monsieur Edgeworth, is there something wrong with the teapots I used? This teapot has a minty aroma to it. It's the same aroma as the one of two chemicals used to create the poison gas. Monsieur Edgeworth, surely you don't mean... You suspect me of having set off the poison gas? I do. Setting up the poison gas trap in the Autumn Palace would have required some preparation. As the curator of this museum, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance. I wonder about that. Preparation for the opening of the museum took about a week, and I received help from both outsiders and Madame Delicia. I think there are people besides me who are also suspicious. Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny. Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. Even if you found Normalium in my teapot, there's no way I could have prepared the poison gas. Well then, I look forward to hearing the analysis result of the teapot. Her excuse is that she doesn't know how to prepare the poison gas. I must find a way to shatter that excuse. This is Edgeworth. It's Gumshoe, sir! Oh, hi, Gumshoe. Did something happen? Actually, right now all the investigators but me have left the Winter Palace. So I can finally tell you what we've found. It's not good for a detective to be leaking out information about the investigation, but his resourcefulness has saved me many times these past few days. All the sculptures in the Winter Palace have melted. There's still some liquid left in the cases, but there's less in the Gemini case than in the Taurus case. There's still liquid in the glass cases. Yes, sir. We just investigated the light blue liquid a moment ago. We only detected sugar in the Taurus case, but for some reason in the Gemini case we detected 3 different substances. 3 substances. They consisted of sugar, salts, and blood. Blood and salt were detected in the Gemini case. I wonder whose blood it could have been. I asked forensics to look into it, sir. Right, I'll leave it to you, Detective. That That reminds me, the forensics investigating the fountain patio contacted me. Seems the sugar found in the fountain matches matches that found in the light blue liquid. Oh? That sounds like valuable information. Is that all the new information you have for me? Now that you mention it, we found a rainbow light device in there too. The device was used to disguise the Ultimate Palace. It seems the device that was used in the IS-7 incident is also connected to this one. I shall listen to what Alicia has to say about that. I have to go back to investigating now, sir. When we get the results of the blood test, I'll let you know right away. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Detective. Was that Gummy calling? That sure was a long call. But, thanks to him, we now have important information. In order to break Miss Hall's alibi, I'll need to talk to everyone involved in the IS-7 incident. Alright, well, before we do that, let's kinda finish everything off with Larice. About that sketch you mentioned just now. What? If you wanted to see my art, you should have been honest about it from the start. Look, here it is. Wow. What is this? I already told you it's a sketch of beauties. But just to be clear, the beauties only refer to Justine Katie. The other plump lady has nothing to do with that. Why did you draw her on the same page? Well, I was taking a break from my still life painting when those beauties caught my eye. I just draw them on the same page without thinking. So you're saying that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately? Huh? Oh yeah, I may have drawn them at different times. By the way, there's a drawing of the beautiful little Miss K on another page. Wow, beautiful, huh? Thanks. Larry, you drew this exactly as you saw it, correct? Well, yeah, even I can't draw what I can't see. Why does she have candies? I created this scene perfectly, even delicate shades. Delicate shades, huh? I didn't want to admit it, but this picture might be of help to the investigation. The contents of this sketch and the service cart in the fountain patio. It seems like there's a contradiction between the two. I'll need to expose this contradiction using my powers of deduction. Could I borrow this sketch for a while? Sure. I could even sign it for you if you like. I think I'll pass. Alright, well, let's finish this segment off. Spot her connected to any of the evidence I hold. Wait, is this the painting? No. Let me just make sure that... Yep, it was only candies on here. Eureka! Just fucking fuck yourself. It's blue. Eureka! Larry, there's something I want to ask you about your sketch. Huh? Oh, you want a lecture on sketching from the famed Professor Larice, do you? No. I just need to ask you something. The tablecloth in your sketch, are you sure it was light blue? Yeah, my eyes never fail me. But the one on the service cart here is white, isn't it? Dude. Always so busy thinking with just your head that you missed the obvious. What's with that look on your face? When I drew that painting, I was using the card with the tea set on it, remember? So there's a second card. Because I was tidying up the broken pottery shards. It's not something to be proud of. And right then, Katie came out of the Winter Palace. I had to hurry and hide the broken teapot so that she wouldn't notice it. She had a whole bunch of candies. Did you just say Miss Hole came out of the Winter Palace? That's right. But this time she was pushing another service cart, and the tablecloth was light blue, just like how I drew it. What did she do with that service cart? Beats me. She went into that summer palace with it, so I don't know. And when she came out, she was pushing the lift trolley. The lift trolley? When I called out to her, she was so surprised that she just left it there. She's so cute when she's shy. A second service cart in a lift trolley. Maybe there was 2 tea sets along with the 2 service carts. We'll have to verify it with Miss Hole. Okay. Is it true that you keep two service carts on the premises? Yes. Is there something wrong? Earlier, I was looking at one of the sketches from that so-called artist, and I noticed that he had drawn the cart's tablecloth light blue. Light blue? Are you sure you aren't mistaken, Monsieur? Monsieur! I only ever use tablecloths that are pure white. That's true, the tablecloth doesn't have a single spot on it. Yes, that's because I always change them immediately whenever they get dirty. Did Larry really get the color wrong then? What were you doing when the sketch was drawn? At that time, I was just doing my job as usual. Then could you tell me exactly what that work entails? What were you doing when you were drawn in the sketch? From the looks of the drawing, it doesn't seem like you were transporting the tea set. This is when I was delivering chocolates to all the people in the investigation. Ah, how nice. Chocolates. I wish I could have gotten some too. There's still a few left, so please eat these then. I made them myself, though it's possible they might not suit your taste. Woohoo! Thank you so much! Thank you. Perhaps it's because she had them in her pocket, but it looks like they've melted a bit. The sweet goodness. I'm happy to hear you say that. These chocolates are a little misshapen, but I'm glad to get some sugar in my system. Although they're a little too sweet for my taste. Alright, next. Delicia, would you be willing to aid in the investigation? Yes, see, of course. Anything for Miley and Katie and Kay-Faye. I'll listen to whatever you have to say. I was wondering if you would stop calling me Miley. And stop calling me Kay-Faye. Fee, that's out of the question. I can't just change the name I've already decided on. Even if we ask her, she won't listen to what we have to say at all. Do you know anything about the decorations that are used in this museum? Specifically the fluorescent cloths in a special device called a rainbow light device. Yes, see, of course I do. Because they are presents that I gave to Katie, as an apology for breaking the rules 18 years ago. I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and 4 new fluorescent cloths I used in the contest. Wow, that sounds nice. Fluorescent cloths and rock salt lamps. Ha! Seems like only us girls can understand how wonderful they are.
That's a cruel thing to say, Miss Delicious. I like them too, you know.
Phew, that was back when Ray Ray was still a cute little boy. But back when Mr. Shields was a cute little boy? Huh. Can't even imagine it. Are they the same decorations you saw 18 years ago?
Probably. The rock salt lamp, the cloth, and the rainbow light device. They all seem the same.
Fluorescent cloths were used in the Autumn Palace. But I have the feeling I saw one more of the same cloth. It's true. Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag. What is she searching for? Not this. Not this either. I remember seeing that cloth like that recently. Let's show Delicia and have her confirm my suspicions. Okay. I'd like to ask you something, since you're a pharmacist. Exactly how would one gain the knowledge required to set off the poison gas? That's the basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with mycotoxin X. It even says on the warning label, danger, do not mix with normalium. Then, is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain that information? Well, it might be possible if they've seen the Angel's recipe. The recipe book that was the grand prize of the contest 18 years ago. Since it also contained the recipe to prepare mycotoxin X. Does this mean that you've also seen the contents of the Angel's recipe? Yes, see, that's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group. It's the company that makes the Cold Killer X medicine. Cold Killer X? The cold medicine that promises to kill colds good. After Jeffy got declared guilty, the company took back the recipe book. However, only a small group of elite pharmacists have been allowed to see it, though. So this woman is also a part of that small group of elite pharmacists. I do want to make one quick correction before I leave. A while back, in this case, I said that mycotoxin X will actually make an appearance. I got that flipped. I meant to say that we've already seen mycotoxin X back in the second game, I believe, when we had the case of, or maybe it was the third game, whatever. When we had the case with Phoenix as a child, when we were playing as Mia. So I just wanted to, it wasn't important, but anyway, we're going to end it off here. In the next episode of Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path, The Inherited Turnabout, we are going to investigate Delicia a little more and try to break Kate's alibi. I will see you guys later.